Greetings, fellow readers and bookworms! Welcome to All Books Are Welcomed radio show. Today, I'll be introducing you an intro novel by John Green, The Fault in Our Stars. Oh yes, some of you might have watched the trailers already. Did I tell you the movie is coming out on the 6th of June? The trailer should make you feel excited. No? Since this is a radio show, let's listen to the trailer.
I believe we have a choice in this world about how to tell sad stories. On the one hand, you can sugarcoat it. And nothing is too messed up that can't be fixed with a Peter Gabriel song. I like that version as much as the next girl does. It's just not the truth. This is the truth.
Hey, make some friends.
Sorry.
My bad. I'm Augustus Waters. I've been in remission for about a year and a half.
Maybe you'd like to share some of your fears with the group.
Fears. Oblivion. What's your name?
Hazel.
What's your full name?
Hazel Grace Lancaster. Why are you staring at me?
Because you're beautiful. So, what's your story?
I was diagnosed when I was 13.
Your real story.
I am quite unextraordinary.
I reject that at the hand.
You know, Gus talks about you all the time.
We're just friends.
I hope you realize you trying to keep your distance from me in no way lessens my affection for you.
Gus, I'm a grenade. One day I'm gonna blow up. And I'm gonna obliterate everything in my wake. And I don't want to hurt you.
You don't get to choose if you get hurt in this world, but you do have a say in who hurts you. I am in love with you, Hazel Grace. And I know that love is just a shout into the void and that oblivion is inevitable. And I am in love with you. All your efforts to keep me from you are gonna fail.
If that's what you wanted. If that's what you wanted.
We are a hot mess.
Are you angry?
So angry.
You need to break something.
You gave me a forever within the numbered days. And I can't tell you how thankful I am for our little infinity.
It's a good life, Hazel Grace. Okay.
Okay.
What? I'm a grenade? What does that mean? The Fault in Our Stars is narrated by the protagonist Hazel Grace, a 16 years old cancer patient who is forced by her parents to join the support group, an organization where members with the same issues, cancer, can come together and share their coping strategies in order to feel more empowered. I feel power. No, just kidding. So, anyway, Hazel joins the support group and meets the 17 years old Augustus Walter, an amputee. And the two becomes close friends. Aww. Oh, by the way, Hazel is actually diagnosed with stage 4 thyroid cancer with metastasis forming in her lungs. And after Hazel read An Imperial Affliction, like just a book in a novel, she really wants to meet the author so that her questions will be answered. What questions? Well, that book Hazel read is also about a protagonist who also is fighting cancer. But the book did not have an ending, so that's why Hazel wants or needs her questions to be answered before she kaboom! Or maybe not. Anyway, okay. So basically prepare tissue papers and handkerchief because you might cry. Yep, you might cry. It's sad. Anyway, today we are also going to have a short interview with John Green, the author of the book. Yay! Oh, and before that, I will read you a passage from the book to get you excited. There will come a time when all of us are dead. All of us. There will come a time when there are no human beings remaining to remember that anyone ever existed, or that our species ever did anything, there will be no one left to remember Aristotle or Cleopatra, let alone you. Everything that we did and built and wrote and thought and discovered will be forgotten, and all of this will have been for naught. Maybe that time is coming soon, and maybe it is millions of years away, but even if we survive the collapse of our sun, we will not survive forever. There was time before organisms experienced consciousness, and there will be time after. And if the inevitability of human oblivion worries you, I encourage you to ignore it. God knows that's what everyone else does. Alright, I guess that's the call from John Green. Hello?
Hi.
So, who was Esther Earl? Sorry, did I pronounce her name right? Anyway, so, why is the book dedicated to her?
Esther was a reader of my books who I met in 2009 at a Harry Potter conference in Boston. And when I met her, she was already sick. She had cancer that was originally in her thyroid that had spread to her lungs, much like Hazel Grace in The Fault in Our Stars. And we became friends over the next year and a half before she died when she was 16. The book is dedicated to her because she inspired so much of it. I'd been trying to write this book for almost 10 years, long before I ever met Esther. But in meeting Esther, my relationship with the story changed so dramatically, and so much of what is in the book changed because I met this genuinely empathetic, funny, angry, witty teenager who really upended my thoughts about what it's like to be dying and young.
So, you quote your brother in your acknowledgements as being your closest collaborator and best friend. So, did he collaborate with you on The Fault in Our Stars? And why is he so important to you?
Everything that I do in one way or another is related to the work that I make with my brother. We've been making video blogs together for 6 years now, and even though he was 11 when I left home for boarding school, so we didn't really know each other very well as kids, we've become extremely close as adults, and I think it's one of the great pleasures of my life to have my brother as my closest friend and the person I trust the most. He was an early reader of The Fault in Our Stars, and his comments about the book were very influential, but the biggest influence that he has on my work and on my life is that Hank is someone who lives by his values, and that really interests me because I want to be that kind of person, but I'm not always. So that's the biggest influence he had on the book, and also that he has on me.
Oh, I see. Thank you for coming and joining us at All Books Are Welcome radio show. DJ Mimi will be back tomorrow at 7 p.m. Don't forget, reading is good for your brain. So don't forget to read.